So good day, I'm Jefferson Garo, and today we are going to create a reaction video for the short film or short vid entitled The Warriors of the Net. So I don't know why the title is like that, Warriors. Okay, so let's check the video. So it's my first time creating reaction videos. These are the characters, I think, the important ones. Those packets look like cars, bus, I think, router.
For the first time in history, people and machinery are working together, realizing a dream. A uniting force that knows no geographical boundaries without regard to race, creed, or color. A new era where communication truly brings people together. This is the dawn of the net.
The title of this video is Warriors of the Net, and I don't know why they flash this sentence, the dawn of the net. So as you see here, there's a window and a link down
Want
here.
to know how it works?
Down here.
Click here to begin your journey into the net. Now, exactly what happened when you clicked on that link? You started a flow of information. This information travels down into your own personal mailroom, where Mr. IP packages it, labels it,
So
and sends it
those
on its way.
boxes are
Each
maroons.
packet is limited in its size. The mailroom must decide how to divide the information and how to package it. Now, the package needs a label containing important information, such as sender's address, receiver's address, and the type of packet it is. Because this particular packet is going out onto the internet, it also gets an address for the proxy server, which has a special function, as we'll see later. The packet is now launched onto your local area network.
So those packets are like uh, delivery trucks in our world.
Or
They're
LAN.
going
This
to
network
a
is used to connect all the
road.
local computers, routers, printers, etc. for information exchange within the physical walls of the building.
So,
The LAN is a pretty uncontrolled place, and unfortunately, accidents can happen.
okay. So this road has counterflows. This it is not a one-way
The
road
highway of
for
the
the
LAN is packed
packets.
with all types of information. These are IP packets, Novell packets, Apple Talk packets. They're going against traffic, as usual. The local router reads the address and, if necessary, lifts the packet onto another network. The router, a symbol of control in a seemingly disorganized world.
Those routers looks like a flow machine on arcades, and it is
There he is,
organizing or
systematic,
separating them
uncaring,
in
methodical,
different
conservative, and
roads. I think
sometimes not quite up to speed.
roads or
But
route.
at least he is exact,
Uh,
for the most part.
No,
As
that's
the packets leave the
another
router,
route
they make their
for
way into the
the
corporate
packets.
intranet and head for the router switch. A bit more
Oh,
efficient than the router switch plays
so
fast.
they are two new, okay, two new routes, two new roads for them for the
Fast and
packets.
loose with IP packets, deftly routing them along their way. A digital pinball wizard, if you will.
I think this router switch looks like the MMDA traffic enforcers. No, they are rerouting the cars, buses, trucks, etc. onto other roads. So now the packets are separated.
As packets arrive at their destination, they're picked up by the network interface, ready to be sent to the next level. In this case, the proxy. The
Oh,
proxy is used by many
that
companies as
looks like
sort of a
a
middleman
elevator to
in
me.
order to lessen the load on their internet connection, and for security reasons as well.
So the
As you
packets
can see,
are
the
separated.
packets are all of various sizes, depending
Yeah.
upon their content.
So the video says it has the packets have different sizes. So they are elevated to
The
one.
proxy opens the packet and looks for the web address or URL. Depending upon whether the
Okay.
address is acceptable, the packet is sent on to the internet.
So the information inside the packets have URL, and this thing uh, checks the URL if it is valid. So the address right there is being peeled off out of the
There are,
packet.
however, some addresses which do not meet with the approval of the proxy, that is to say, corporate or management guidelines.
Okay, so there are some packets that didn't make it. Okay. So
These
you
are
see there
summarily
is a red
dealt
alarm
with.
there.
We'll have none of that. For those who make it, it's on the road again. Next up, the firewall.
Okay. So it's a firewall literally. It looks like a wall. Okay.
The corporate firewall serves two purposes. It prevents some rather nasty things from the internet from coming into the intranet, and it can also prevent sensitive corporate information from being sent out onto the internet. Once through the firewall, a router
So they
picks up the
are
packet and places it onto a much narrower road,
okay.
or
So
bandwidth,
there's a
as we
router
say.
again, like a claw machine, but
Obviously, the road is not broad enough to take them all.
there are limited
Now you might
roads or
wonder what
routes.
happens
There
to
are
all
only
those
one route
packets
for
which
them,
don't make
so
it
not
along
all
the
of
way.
them. Oh,
Well, when Mr.
some of the
IP doesn't
packets
receive an acknowledgement that a packet has been
are broken
received in
down.
due time, he simply sends a replacement packet.
Okay.
We are now ready to enter the world of the internet. A spider web of interconnected
Okay.
networks.
Literally, it is a spider web. Okay. There are posts here connected to other. So they are interconnected.
Which span our entire globe. Here, routers and switches establish links between networks.
So in the
Now, the
real
net is
world,
an entirely
this
different
internet
environment than
is
you'll find within the
not
protected
visible.
walls of your
Okay.
lab. Out here, it's the Wild West. Plenty of space, plenty of
There are
opportunities,
so many
plenty of things to
packets on
explore
each
and places
threads
to
of
go.
the spider web.
Thanks to very little control and regulation,
Okay.
new ideas find fertile soil to push the envelope of their possibilities. But because of this freedom, certain dangers also lurk. You'll never know when you'll meet the dreaded Ping of death.
So
A
this is
special
the death
version of a
packet.
normal request ping, which some idiot thought.
Oh, so these packets, I don't know if it is packets. They are chasing the ping of death. So they are like policemen, cops, I think. So these packets or these things will eliminate that ping of death.
Up to mess up unsuspecting hosts. The paths our packets take may be via satellite, telephone lines, wireless, or even transoceanic cable. They don't always take the fastest or shortest routes possible, but they will get there. Eventually. Maybe that's why it's sometimes called the worldwide wait. But when everything is working smoothly, you can circumvent the globe 5 times over at the drop of a hat.
So
Literally. And all for the
it's
cost of a
fast.
local call or less. Near the end of our destination, we'll find another firewall.
Okay, so there's another firewall here. So I see hosts here. One, two, three, four, five, six hosts.
Depending upon your perspective as a data packet, the firewall can be a bastion of security or a dreaded adversary. It
Oh, this thing looks like a catapult, and this thing throws the packets onto those holes. Okay, let's see what are those holes
all
for.
depends on which side you're on and what your intentions are. The firewall is designed to let in only those
Okay,
packets that
so hole 21, 23, and 53 are closed. The only open holes are the 80 and 25.
meet its
So,
criteria.
okay,
This firewall is operating on ports 80 and 25. All attempts to enter through other ports are closed for business.
okay.
Port 25 is used for mail packets, while port 80 is the entrance for packets from the internet to the web server. Inside the firewall, packets are screened more thoroughly. Some packets make it easily
Okay,
through custom.
so at the entrance there is a catapult that screens its purpose, the packet's purpose, and inside the firewall there is also a screening that is happening here.
Systems, while others look just a bit dubious. Now, the firewall officer is not easily fooled, such as when this ping of death packet.
Okay, so this packet, it is in the video that this packet is the ping of death. So it is in disguise to go through the firewall.
Tries to disguise itself as a normal ping packet.
It's okay, Noam. It's okay. No problem. Have a nice day. Be out of here. Bye.
For those packets lucky enough to make it this far, the journey is almost over. It's just a lineup on the interface to be taken up into the web server.
Okay, so this is this there is a elevator here. Okay, this elevator elevates the packets to the web server. Okay, to the interface.
Nowadays, a web server can run on many things, from a mainframe to a webcam to the computer on your desk. Why not your refrigerator? With a proper setup, you can find out if you have the makings for chicken cacciatore or if you have to go shopping. Remember, this is the dawn of the net. Almost anything's possible.
Okay, so
One by one, the packets are received,
okay, they
opened,
open the
and
box
unpacked.
or the packet.
The information they contain
I think after this vacuum gets all the information from the packet. those information or the link that you click will be will deliver you to the website or to the site that you requested.
That is, your request for information is
Okay.
sent on to the web server application.
Alright. So it looks like a vacuum.
The packet itself is recycled.
Okay. So here at this part, uh, the sender's address and the receiver's address and the type of packet medias are removed.
Ready to be used again and filled with your requested information.
Okay. So the packets just go around. Okay. They end up going to the place where they started.
Addressed and sent out on its way back to you. Back past the firewall, routers, and on
Okay, so
through to the
as what
internet.
I've said, the video says that uh, it's just like a cycle. Okay, so many people are using internet or the net. Many people are searching, browsing, surfing through the internet, and that's why there are so many packets as you've seen in this video.
Back through your
Okay.
corporate firewall. And onto your interface. Ready to supply your web browser with the information you requested.
Okay. So as what I've said earlier, those information or it has a link of the site or website that you have requested or search in the search engine.
That is, this film.
Okay, so I think the video is done.
Pleased with their efforts and trusting in a better world. Our
So imagine there are so many people that are browsing and surfing through the internet every day, and in just one click, in 1 second or maybe less than a second, the site that they requested appears. So there are so many uh, screening that is happening to the packets. So many routes they are taking, but it just takes less than a second or more than a second if your internet connection is uh, fast. So it depends on your internet connection. So that's it in our video. So let's close it. So that's it. Our reaction video for the works of the net is done. And thank you for watching.